Like I said earlier, if you have more than 5, share it with 10. If you've got more than 10, share it with 15. And here come the boys now. He plays golf, and he's up from where I am. Oh boy, I don't golf. I'm not a golfer. I just wear the hat and the funny socks. Once again, Rab runs away. There he is. What's up there, Big Willie style?
How's it going?
Do I not have my volume up?
Here.
I couldn't hear anyone. I had the volume down the whole time.
You hear me?
Jeez.
That's the question. Can you hear me is the question.
Boy. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Question is, can you hear me? Make sure you can hear me.
With the shaky internet, we
have
can hear
the
you.
greatest service. I gotta adjust situation here. Oh, whatever. How you guys?
Technical difficulties. 2 years in, and we're still having technical difficulties. You can't hear?
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now, yeah, I can hear you. You're not garbled up either.
This is great. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Exactly, Amber.
Hello from the other side.
AJ, what's happening, big boy? Hello from the other side. Amber, how you doing?
Welcome to the live.
Tap, tap, tap the screen. Share the live. Tap Tony's nose. Let's get some people up in here. We got some things to talk about tonight.
Yeah, so look at that. 8:01. Rab was on time. Just had a little difficulty with his masterful internet service. I'm glad your background's better than your internet.
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, it's better. I still got some work to do, man.
Yeah, I know. It's all right. It'll change. And here comes the dog. Doesn't fail.
Right on time.
He knows he's not stupid. He's a smart one.
Wants its airtime.
Yeah. No, you go. You're gonna go. I just can't. I can't do it. So again, welcome to the Bari Mill Experience. It is Taco Tuesday. We are live every Taco Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific. Don't forget to check out our sister chat, Talk Bari to Me with VSG Bestie. She is live every Sunday night from 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific. Don't forget she has a Mindset Monday on Mondays at 12 p.m. And she goes live and she gives you all types of all the motivational speech you'll ever need. I actually sat in on Monday, and it just happens to be part of what she talked about on Monday is a lot of stuff that we want to talk about tonight. So it kind of just like came to fruition from that, which is great. Don't forget, we got our friends. Let's see, the waiting table is live every Wednesday at 8:30. They go live for a happy half hour, talk about all about their NSVs, and then go live from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. on YouTube and Instagram. Don't forget that Bari Mother has a water check Wednesday at 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central, 5:15 Mountain, and 4:15 Pacific. Did I get that right?
Look at you nailing all these times.
Oh, it's practice. I'm telling you, I'm getting better at it. Don't forget that the Bariatric Lock-In is live on Fridays at 8 p.m. Love After Bariatrics. I think I saw them on last night, too. They're live all the time, so check them out. They told us that they're live on Saturdays at 8 p.m., but I have seen them on multiple times. You definitely want to check that out. Always a funny conversation. There's stuff going on over there, but yeah, they're making connections if you want to make a connection over there. What else we got going on? Oh, don't forget that Friday nights we have our friends Drew and Arisa with their Friday night lives. They go live at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Pacific.
There you go.
Ugh, I had to think about that. I gotta write these times down. I can't do this off the top of my head. Don't forget that the Bariatric Society has the summer soiree on July 12th in Winter Garden, Florida. And they also have the bariatric retreat going on in New Orleans, Louisiana, October 2nd through the 5th. I think the block is still open for the hotel, which is the Sheraton on Canal Street. Definitely check that out. Hop on over to bariatricsociety.com, and you can get all the links and information you need on the bariatric retreat and the summer soiree. So with that being said, I think we're ready to start this bad boy, right?
Sir.
I think so.
All right.
I don't know. I'm a little worried about it.
Jason Smith, how you doing? Oh yeah, Jason, it's always a good time, man. I really wish I just had. This is why I need to hit the lottery, because I need to be able to go to all these things. I'm pretty much broke.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you. Welcome, Reese. How you doing? How you guys doing tonight? Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to have you here. Make sure you're tapping the screen and sharing the live with all your friends. So tonight we are going to be speaking all about mindset and goal setting. I think that this is a pretty good subject because what we have going on this month kind of falls in line with what I'm going to talk about tonight, and that is mindset and goal setting. If you are not aware and you have not been privy to what's going on in the bariatric community, we have a May Plank Challenge going on that we have a lot of our bariatric friends out there taking part in, which is awesome. And it seems that it's starting to catch a little steam, and it took about a half a month for it to really catch on. I know that I saw a few more people hop on the train the last couple days, which is awesome. And it doesn't matter when you start and when you join this thing. All it is pretty much everyone's asking, I don't know what the rules are. There are no rules. There might be a couple of things that I want you guys to do is I just want you guys to be able to set a goal, and I want you to use the first plank as your baseline, because you take that first plank, that is your starting point. And pretty much I want you to envision where you want to be by the end of the month or when you want to end that challenge.
4 minutes, damn.
Set that goal. Oh yeah, Holly hit 4 minutes. That was her goal, was to hit 40 minutes by the time she turns 40, and she hit it just recently, which is amazing. That's an awesome accomplishment. I can't even blink at 40 right now, or 4 minutes right now. I'm way past 40, but yeah, I hit my 2 minute goal.
Hey, there you go.
I hit that on day 15, so I was pretty much halfway through the month. I hit it 2:23. Was my time, which was amazing because I was struggling to get past 1:46. I was pretty much just sitting at a minute and a half for like a good week. So it was a little bit frustrating. And just out of the blue, you start hitting it, and I've pretty much been around 2 minutes ever since. So I mean, you might be a little discouraged in the beginning, and that's the whole point of this: is that you're going to track where you are from the very beginning. Use that starting point at the beginning of the month and see where you're at the end, because you'll be amazed at how much progress you'll make in a month if you do it every single day. There's been a bunch of people that have just been posting every single day with me, and to watch their progress is absolutely amazing. But it all starts with your mindset. You have to go into this thing saying, yes, I'm going to commit to this. I'm going to commit to myself. It's not easy to do something every single day, especially if you don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's days. Last night, I really didn't want to do it, but I'm like, you know what? Especially because I organize this whole thing, if I don't show up to one of these days, what example am I setting for myself and for the people that are in this community? So I'm taking this that I'm going to do this for 31 days straight, set that example, and basically, see where I end up. because if I already hit 223, there's no saying that I'm gonna get. I could go any higher. I can. I just got to keep pushing it.
I think you can get to the 4 minute mark.
I mean, again, I've hit that goal that I wanted to that I set, and I've hit it more than once, so I know it's not a fluke. And I could honestly, I wouldn't be disappointed if I never hit 2 minutes again the rest of the month. I know I'm gonna, but I hit that goal that that I had set, which is a great accomplishment because I didn't think I was. There was a lot of doubt at one point on whether or not I would hit this. But
My thing for you would be, wouldn't it be smart then to set another goal that's even higher up? Because especially a lot of times in our journeys, we set a certain goal, we hit it, and then we start relaxing and getting back into our old habits because we're not challenging ourselves to accomplish anything new. You set a goal, you hit it. Now you're like, oh, I'm good with this. I don't need to worry about doing it ever again.
And that's a really good point. I really like that. That is a really good point. What do you think, Rab?
I'm just sitting over here thinking about, the negativity, the negative stuff. You know how I do. The devil's advocate. And I'm thinking of, I'm just sitting here and I'm listening to you guys talk, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, that's great. It sounds good, but easier said than done, man. It's like I'm just still stuck in this mode where, like, I was working out with Tara the other day. We were doing the challenge, the plank challenge, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching a video after we had posted the content of getting off the ground. You know what I'm saying? From doing the planks in the grass. And I'm like looking at myself, man, and I remember feeling when I was getting up, like, you know, yeah, I lost the weight, but I still have my belly. The whole body dysmorphia thing kicks in, but I still move like I moved when I was 328 pounds. And nothing is changing. And you guys are talking mindset this, mindset that. And it's just like, it gets really frustrating
Well,
when
it's
you
frustrating.
can't, it gets frustrating because it's like, I can't get, I feel like I'll never win. Like I'll never get through this mindset thing
But
ever.
you have to fight through that. And that's a huge thing about mindset and about goal setting, and especially when it comes to this challenge this month. Again, doubt sets in. You have your moments, and I've had those moments plenty of times where I didn't think I was even going to get close. I wasn't even going to sniff 2 minutes because I just couldn't do it. And out of the blue, it just happens. You know why? Because I was consistent every single day. You build on it. You might, and again, it's just like when we started losing the weight, we stalled. But what do? You keep going at it. You keep following the program. You stick with it. You don't give up. You don't change things up. You don't change anything to go backwards. You don't fall back. You make adjustments, to help you be successful. But again, you need to be consistent. And that's what doing this month. If you do this for 31 days and you look at where you were at the end of the month and you look where you started from, I guarantee you will see progress. Now, everyone's progress is going to vary. Like Holly hit 4 minutes. I may not hit 4 minutes. And I'm perfectly fine with that because I hit my goal. But if I finish at 250, 3 minutes, I get anywhere near there, that's already a plus to where I've already passed my goal. 2 minutes was my goal. I hit 223. So like Biggie said, keep pushing myself. Set another goal. Keep striving for it. What else what else is possible?
And the good thing that happens too, when you reset your goals and you hit that new goal, it motivates you to push yourself even further and down the road too. It's like, oh damn, I thought I was never gonna be able to hit 2 minutes again. Okay, I'm gonna shoot for 3 minutes. Now I hit 3 minutes. That's another thing you get to celebrate and accomplish, because a lot of times we set our goals so high that we never hit them and we get discouraged and we fall back into old patterns. Where if you set small goals every single day and celebrate those victories, you're going to start feeling better about yourself, and you're going to start doing more and more and hitting bigger and bigger goals. One thing I was told is from one of my mentors before was he had a goal every single day of making his bed, and he would make his bed every day, and he would celebrate making his bed. It may sound silly, but you want to be able to celebrate and accomplish these small things. Not all goals have to be something that's outrageous, like I'm going to bench 500 pounds 3 years from now. Start off small and always build on it. Don't ever stop. You got to continue building it. You hit that one mark, set another mark, and another mark, and another mark. You got to keep on pushing forward.
And change that. And again, it's changing that mindset. Like, you can be negative all you want, but that negative mindset is only going to discourage you from doing stuff. That positive mindset of like, yes, I can do it, or I know if I keep pouring into myself each and every single day, something's going to change. But when you look at this is just the plank challenge. Take that same mindset for the plank challenge and use it to other things you have going on in your life and in your journey. Now, it's, again, like Rab says, that is easier said than done, because, again, this is one challenge. There is other things, because the thing I struggle with the most isn't the physical stuff, because I can get myself to do it. My thing is making the right food choices sometimes and not going down the rabbit hole of picking up bad habits like I always do. And that's always going to be my struggle, because I haven't fixed that relationship with food. So it's taking that mindset and saying, do I really need this or not? And not listening to the excuse. Because that's the biggest part of my mindset, is listening to the excuses. So when your commitment to yourself outweighs your excuses, is when you can be successful.
Now, why do you think you still keep on having these excuses and setbacks coming back, though? What is it for you? Like, is it just that you're working too much and that's what you're comfortable with? Is it comfortability?
It's easy for me, man. Like, it's just easy. Period. It's what I've used to. I got like 35 years of experience in this game, man. I'm a professional fat guy. And now that I've lost all the weight and eating again is easy for me, and I've lost the weight I needed to lose, and I look better in clothing, I'm right back to where I freaking started again, man. It's like I never even got it started in the first place. You know, I went out, I had this surgery, I lost this weight, my health is better, but yet is it really? Like, I still don't have my mind set in a place where it needs to be, where I need to be eating the right things still. It doesn't matter what I eat. I can eat what I want and I'll still keep the same weight that I have. That's where I'm at in my journey right now. But is it healthy for me? Hell no. It's not healthy. I'm sitting here drinking a thing of barefoot right now. Is that healthy? No. Once a week? Yeah. But, you know, is it healthy? No, at the end of the day, it's not. You know, it's just that whole mindset thing, trying to grasp that it's not easy. Like, and at times, those of us who struggle the same way that I'm struggling, it's just like, you know, you get to that point where it's just like, man, I'm just dealing with what I got going on. Shit, I'm 51 years old. I'll be 52. I mean, I don't even care anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I lost the weight. I'm healthier. You know, maybe I just don't have it in me.
Now we all know it's a struggle and it's tough, but my question to you is, what have you done to work on that struggle?
Mm. Yeah, I go through the same thing I used to do before I got the daggone surgery, man. I and lost the weight. You know, I'll go through these phases, these 2 and 3 month phases. I'll do push-ups for content for
No, no,
freaking
no,
two
no,
or
no,
three
no, no,
months,
no, no, no. Not what
or
you're
I'll
doing.
do.
Not what you're doing physically.
Mm,
What are you doing mentally to fix this?
nothing,
That's half the battle. That's more than half the battle. If your mindset
nothing.
ain't right, you're not going to be right. And that's what you got to fix first, is your mindset.
Right,
So what are you doing to fix your mindset? One thing that
right, but
I know a lot of people will do is personal development. A lot for me, when I'm having a bad day, I'll go on YouTube. I'll listen to one of one of the people that I like listening to, and just sit there and listen to personal develop my mind. You got to remember, your mind is a muscle also too. Your brain is a muscle. You need to exercise that also too. And what are you doing to work on that?
Your
nothing.
mind will tell you to do a lot of things, whether you want to or not. it will convince you to do a lot of things whether you want to or not. So it's just
Yeah,
a
but
matter of working.
yeah, and at the same exercise your mind. At the same time, and with me, I just got off the 12-hour shift, thing. I was working 12 hours. I go to work 7 in the morning, get off at 7 at night. I got a little bit of time to spend with my significant other,
But
and then I'm going to sleep. And this is every
no
single
offense,
day,
Ralph.
man.
No offense, that's an excuse.
I
When are
know.
you going to start taking the excuses out of everything? Because you commute to work, right?
Hmm.
What's wrong with putting something on your phone when you're on your commute to work? I do that all the time. I got a CD that I listen to in my car that has personal development on it. So when I'm having a bad day and I'm commuting, I can listen to that shit too. We got what your biggest problem is excuses. You're making excuses for every little thing. Oh, I don't have much
But
time. Bullshit. You have 20, 30 minutes a day. You could do that. You're in the
but why
shower.
do you?
Instead of listening to music, put some personal development on. Write down some goals. Put some goals in your mind and your headset. You got
But
plenty of
where
time. We
where
all got time.
where do the excuses come from, though? Like, why
Comfortability.
the excuses?
Because it's
Comfortability.
comfortable. It's easy
Yeah,
and it's comfortable.
it's easy.
We
It's
are always,
comfortable.
That we hate hearing the line, "You took the easy way out," but you're
Hmm.
living that right now. You're taking the easy way out.
Mhm.
Nothing
So
great is
y'all,
accomplished by being easy.
No.
you don't believe in you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just don't. I mean, I don't know. And I bring this up because see, this is gaslighting yourself is so easy. Damn, and that's this is the type of stuff we need to hear, right? Like this is why we have these conversations because they're real, they're authentic, and I know that there is more than just me that feels this way, and these are the type of things that we need to hear, and I just no, I mean, we're not therapists, we're not providers, we're not dietitians, but we do speak what we experience, and we it helps with the thought, different thinking ways of thinking to make those adjustments that we need. But the thing with me is, and it's been the same way forever for me, and I hate it so much about me, is that I'm so inconsistent, man. I don't follow through. I never do. And the bad thing about it is that I know it and I still don't change it. You
So
know what?
so start on it. There's always a day one, and it doesn't matter if you've got to take a day one more than once. You've done a day one more than once. At least you're consistent with, like, I need to get back up. You get back up, but you have to work for that 365. No one said this was going to be easy. And if you do it for 2 months straight and you fall back, you get back up and you start all over again. And that's the important thing, is starting all over again. Don't fall back and just retreat and then allow things to go south all over again. That's what got us in trouble the first time, or the 16 million time.
And again, start with something simple, something you can accomplish. So, like I said, something that I keep on going back to is something as simple as I am going to make the bed before I leave the room in the morning. Do that every day. Build that habit. One habit leads into another habit, leads into another habit. It's getting your body used to doing these things. A lot of times your mind will quit on you before your body does.
I mean, again, this whole challenge this month, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it today. I'm like, is this month over yet? But I feel guilty if I don't do it, because, and it's more than just not doing it for the community, it's doing it for myself. Again, it's, I know that I'm doing something for myself for this entire month, and who's to say that I'm not just going to continue to do it? This is the habit that you're developing. This is the habit this is the goal. This small little challenge is showing you that you can establish a goal. It's showing you that you can pour into yourself every single day and build a good habit and build consistency. It's that little underlying thing of this challenge where you're just like, oh, I just have to plank every day. No, think about what you're doing. You're doing all the things that you're telling yourself is too hard. So if you're able to do this little challenge because you have the support from other people in the community, and you're not thinking about it being something that's goal setting and mindset. You're doing it naturally, and you're just doing it because you want to do this and share the experience with people. Who's to say that you can't take that same mindset and use it and apply it to something else in your life?
And another big thing you need to do too is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the slip ups. Forgive yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you slip up or you're failing. That's part of life. We all fail. We all have to reset here and there. No one's. I have these issues. Everyone has these issues. But to keep on beating yourself up for a slip up or mistake does you no good either. That's just going to keep you further and further down.
And I agree with that. With that being said, 824, real quick, I agree with that. But there's something I want to go into the halfway mark is how do you forgive yourself? I also like Dark Cloud. Imagine if any of this was easy. For who? VSG Bessie, that's the biggest part of the cons. Tara said, and it doesn't have to always be on Monday. Susan, you have to acknowledge the problem. And then VSG Bestie again, orchestrate wins. Small wins help to build the habit. So yeah, we see your comments, y'all. We appreciate you helping us out here with this conversation. It really helps a lot. But yeah, what do you do?
So
What do you? How do you?
one of the ways I've done it in the past to forgive myself is I write myself an apology note. I write it all down. I apologize myself for the struggles and things I've done, and then I light that note on fire because that represents I forgive myself. It's a clear path now, and I get back to grinding. And we all know how to grind because we've had to do this for the journey. We know how to be disciplined.
Yeah, because we didn't have a choice at one point. Like we couldn't eat nothing.
But we
We
grind every single day. It's just a matter of
right.
what are we grinding for? What we get up every day for work. Why?
Yeah,
Because we have to. So
yeah,
what are the other things that we can do? If you're gonna continue to live in the past, you're never gonna move forward. You're gonna stay in the past. For you to progress and to go forward, stop living in the past. You need to move forward. You have to push forward. You have to keep pouring into yourself. If you want things to change, you need to make things change. But the only way you can do that is day by day. You can't just change it and tomorrow be and have everything be fine. You have to work on
yeah.
it every single day.
And I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Tony earlier, Rab. You said earlier in this conversation that you hit your goal of where you wanted to be on your weight, and you were happy and excited about that. What's your new goal? What goal have you set in yourself to push you even further down the road? Because again, you got comfortable. You were happy where you were at the moment, but you didn't set a new goal for yourself. That's why I tell people all the time, when it comes to your goals, they always have to be evolving because if they don't, you're going to get stagnant and you're going to get stuck and be where you're at today. You've got to continually resetting your goals every single day, every single week, every single month. You hit a goal, reset it. So when was the last time you set a goal for yourself?
No, like it's been the same goal since I said, that since I've lost this weight and I've gotten to where I wanted to be health wise. But now it's like, I take advantage or it's not advantage, but I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but I take granted I take granted of the fact that I'm able to get up out of a chair, move around, bend, touch my feet, get down and do a 2 minute 30 second plank, and not actually put in the work to take it further to become the strongest person I can become with the body that I have to stretch my body to get the most out of what my body is willing to give me.
Rab, when was your
That's
first plank? What was your
where,
first plank? What was your first plank this month?
what was it? Like the time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, it had to probably be like maybe a minute and 10 seconds or something like that. Minute
Minute
and 20. So
minute 13.
yeah, I gotten better by a minute. Yeah.
Minute 13. because you
Yeah.
had to beat me. I
Yeah.
only held it for 48 seconds. But look where you are. You're at 2.5 minutes now.
Right.
And have you celebrated that?
No.
Because you're not thinking about that. Think of how big of an accomplishment that is.
No.
In 15 days, you've added over a minute to your time in this.
Yeah, but now I'm all messed up because Holly just hit 4 minutes. So now I'm gonna have to beat
Why are
4 minutes.
you comparing yourself to Holly?
That's
Yes.
because that's what I do, man. I compare myself all the time,
Is
man.
Holly
All
part of
the
your
time.
journey?
No, she's not part of my
Is
journey.
Holly going to be on your gravestone? Is she on your paycheck? Do
Are
you
you
worry about?
listening, people? Are you listening to this man talk to me?
But
Are
again,
you
Tony,
all
you're not
listening?
Tony. Rab, that's part of the problem. Is a lot of
It is.
times we try to compare ourselves to other people, and we get down on ourselves when we can't do that. Now, is it good to have a goal that you want to get up to 4 minutes? Yeah, but you can't compare it to somebody. You instead of saying, "Oh, now Holly's doing 4 minutes, I got to get." No, it's hey, my personal goal is this because I want to accomplish that. It
That's
has
right.
to be about you.
Again, Rab, when at the beginning of the month, what was the first? I got to beat Tony. And
Yeah.
what did I say? I got to beat Rab.
Right.
That's the fun competitiveness between us.
Yeah, but
But
that's not what really
it's not.
matters, right?
But it's not
Right.
me comparing myself to you whether I can do it or
Right.
not. I know that
Right.
eventually I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
But again, it's why are you concerned about someone that has nothing to do with your journey is your journey. It is unique to you and only you. You are the only person that can change and you're the only person that can make the things happen. Comparing yourself to someone else's journey, again, well, it's like looking at the scale and not seeing it move or seeing it go up. You're going to play head games with yourself.
Damn, look at bariatric Betty. People come and go. The race is long, and in the end, only with yourself, man.
Exactly. Because
I can
who's crossing the finish line? We're not crossing the finish line. This is a lifelong thing.
Yeah.
You're only competing with yourself.
Right.
You're competing with your head.
So hold on to that thought, y'all. Yes, we are halfway through the show. Thanks for tuning in to Very Male Experience, where we share our experiences as men. And we appreciate your constant, consistent support in the community as always. Tune in every Sunday to our sister chat, Talk Barry to Me, with VSD Bestie at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific. Every Sunday. What'd she say? What did VSD Bestie say? She's on a roll tonight. We live when we recognize that the only thought that matters is how you feel about you.
I'm telling you,
You.
she was
You,
on.
you know what?
If you watched her on Monday,
Yeah.
she said everything that came out of my head that I was thinking. She
Yeah.
was on fire. I thought she was gonna come. I thought she was gonna come out of the screen and chokehold everyone. She was on a
Yeah.
roll.
Right. I tell you what, man, something that I have thought about over and over again, and I don't want anyone to get it twisted. Yes, we're some guys who are on a weight loss journey, along with most of the other people in the comments and our followers, of course. But those people out there that get so wrapped up into comparing themselves um, on this app, just this app. We could just talk about just this app, comparing themselves or feeling as though they don't fit in or not being acknowledged and not getting responses and things of that nature. I've gone down that road a plenty of times where I have been or felt like I have been overlooked or that I'm not good enough, and I often always come to the conclusion that it's true, that possibly maybe it is that I am not good enough or maybe I don't fit in and I lose sense or I lose my vision on that, really at the end of the day, this journey is just only about myself.
Because you seek validation from other people because you don't feel confident in your own abilities. And you need to, again, this is your own personal struggle. This is your battle. You need to feel good about yourself. This is part of self-love, and this is part of that mental thing that you need to work on. I mean,
Right.
you'll never feel good about your journey if you're not gonna work on your mental game about that, because it's always going to be mental. It's always going to be something in your head. You're always going to compare yourself. It's human nature to always want something that someone else wants or has. It's especially in this day and age in society where people are always looking at the next big thing and saying, I need to have it, whether it's the phone or a car or a TV or the house. People are more concerned about what they don't have, and it's that status and that symbol of what they don't have that they want to achieve. And
Yeah.
rather than being happy with what they have and who they are, you're never going to be comfortable with yourself if you're not going to work on that. And you need to work on that before you can ever appreciate the journey itself. You need to appreciate you. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm perfect and that I love everything about myself. There are days that I struggle big time. I go through months. You guys have seen me do it behind the scenes.
Yep.
It happens. And then there are days, months, and that things are great and everything is positive and there's sunshine and rainbows every single day.
I've struggled with finding my identity since my injury. I went from posting every day to a guy who posts maybe once or twice every 2 to 3 weeks. It's a constant battle. It's a constant struggle. And again, it's just having to continually work on your mindset. There's a reason why they have us talk to a therapist before we have this surgery. Is because 90% of this battle is in your mind. It's in your head.
Right.
Your mind controls everything.
And your mind controls every single little thing you do in your life every single day. For you to get up in the morning for work, for you to get into your car and drive, for you to go to the refrigerator and grab fruit, for you to look down at your dog and tell your dog to be quiet while you're sitting on a live. It's your mind controls everything that you do. Mm-hmm. And you almost need to be stronger than your mind to tell yourself like the things that you do need to do. You need to overpower the negative thought and your will and your want has to outweigh the need for something you don't need.
People will never truly figure out how strong they truly are because a lot of times they won't let their mind push their body far enough.
Right. Right. Some of the guys in the comments, where is it? Road Dog says he still feels kind of, weird posting videos and he doesn't know why. And then we have, Mike who says he gets anxiety trying to post videos. It's so wild. It's weird, right? It's like, man, we're just trying to find a comfortable space, and kind of find a way to inspire others, putting ourselves out there, just to,
I post.
It's just crazy, man.
The water video I post. Do you ever hear me say a word? Never. All it is just me showing a cup and taking a few sips and writing a few things above myself.
Yeah, for me,
that's the only way I could post in the beginning because I wasn't comfortable talking. Now I talk when I'm on the staircase now, and it's evolved from what it looked like last year. I talk more about how my day is going, or what I'm dealing with. But again, on this platform, you guys have watched me. I can't shut up.
Yeah,
Man.
and for me, it comes to the fear of judgment, the fear of acceptance. Those are some of my biggest fears when it comes to doing my videos and posting videos of what is someone else going to think about that. But I got to, like I said, we got to do what we talk about, and that is, who cares? This is your journey. And if they don't like it, tough.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe that's what something I need to work on. I mean, it's just like it's easy for me to say, easier said than done. Speaking in front of that camera is what gives me the most anxiety. I get it; it does, man. That's why you see me over here sipping on my barefoot.
But you sit there. You say you sit there and you've talked in front of the camera, and we've been doing this for
Two
basically
years.
yeah. But
Yeah.
again, we spoke in front of a crowd at retreat. We spoke in front of 200 people at the JBY Awards.
Yeah, but you catch me by myself, man. I don't say nothing.
You were upstage. You were on stage by yourself, accepting awards.
Hey, Raph,
Scared to death.
I
But you did
challenge
it, didn't you?
I challenge you to go back and write down all you've accomplished over the last 2 years since post surgery. See how much you've actually done and what you've actually accomplished from, like what Tony was saying earlier, the award show, the speaking. Look at actually how much you've actually done and accomplished and celebrate that stuff.
Remember the NSV jar? You remember that from last year? Putting
The NSV
something
what?
into the NSV jar,
Oh,
just
yeah,
putting
yeah.
all the positive things into a jar and then reading it to yourself at the end of the year.
That's it, Betty. Sometimes we talk to avoid silence because in silence we see ourselves.
Yeah. Because I guarantee you, you don't really realize how much you've done. Hell, look how much you've done in the last 2 to 3 months. Look how much you've grown in the last 2 to 3 months from where you were at the beginning of this year.
And I think that's why you love doing this, is because it's easier for us, and I do the same thing. It's easier for us to help other people because that's what we've always done is help other people, but we've never been able to help ourselves.
Or I mean, for me, I just don't know how. You know, I mean,
You
it's
do.
really,
You just
I can't say that I don't know how because I do.
you've done it.
I just don't.
Because
You
helping
know,
someone else, believe it or not, helping someone else is actually easier than helping yourself. Because helping someone else, you don't have to hold yourself accountable or reliable.
And the other thing is when you help someone else, you have a bit of gratitude come back towards you, and
yeah,
it gives you that you're not going to thank yourself for doing something for yourself. You need to hear it come from someone to say thank you for doing this for me.
yeah,
You're not going to say it to yourself, but I think that's what you probably need to start doing. That you don't realize how much you've done for yourself and how thankful you should be for all the things you've done. I think that
yeah.
acknowledging yourself is going to help, and I think that's a lot of like your battle is that you're always thinking of something negative about yourself.
Bessie has a great idea. A gratitude check. What are you grateful for in your journey thus far? And that question goes for y'all in the chat as well. What are you thankful for, grateful for in your journey thus far?
Try not to give and try not to. So I'll piggyback on that. If you're going to give something that you're grateful for,
Mm,
don't put something you're grateful for from other people. Have it be personal to you.
For me,
yeah,
I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to be on a platform where I can speak my story and help other individuals. It helps me to be able to help other people and be able to speak my mind. I'm grateful that I have an opportunity to work on life coaching and things like that. That's what I'm grateful for.
what about you, Tony?
So Betty says that she's grateful for mobility to this day. That's
I
a
know that's right.
that's a huge thing for me. And I think I
Right.
posted something last Friday that I didn't realize in NSV that I was doing every single day. So when I walk those stairs, I'm talking that whole time, and I'm usually climbing like I usually start somewhere on that back stairwell in the Jackson building. I start on floor 3. That's where my desk is. is on floor 3. By the time I finish that video, and it's usually somewhere between 40 seconds to a minute and a half, I'm anywhere between floors 7 to like 10. And I'm talking that entire way up. So to be able to walk up the stairs, talk at the same time, am I a little winded when I'm talking? Yes, but I'm still talking and I'm still going. I could never do that or even think about doing that 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. I couldn't get up the staircase, halfway up the staircase without stopping and huffing and puffing. Never mind talk at the same time while I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm grateful for the movement that I have given myself. I'm proud of where I'm at now because again, if I go back and I look at what I did in the past and I wasn't able to do, that's a big deal to me. I rode a bike. I just bought a bike.
Mm.
I couldn't ride a bike. I was too big for a bike a couple years ago. You know, these are the things I'm grateful for. I'm able to do things that I used to love to do, and now I'm able to do them again. That has nothing to do with anybody else around me. It has to do with me. And I think that's what we need to do is we need to be able to say, be grateful for things that we're able to do for ourselves. And we don't recognize the things because everyday life is happening. And now we're starting to get back into the everyday things where those NSVs that you recognize that first year to 18 months or whatever, now they're everyday things. They're no longer NSVs in your life. It's normal everyday things. And now you're taking them for granted all over again. Realize where you were. Look back where you started from. And you can realize like how far you've really come and be grateful for that.
Right. Right. I'm grateful for learning how to take accountability for the choices that I make and allowing myself to uh, become worthy of love. That's what I'm grateful for.
Look at how far you've come from the beginning of this platform. Look at where you're
Yeah.
at now. Look at where you're living. Look at who you're with. Look at that reputation that you so dearly wanted to get rid of.
Right.
Dude,
And I did.
look how much
I
growth
did. Yeah.
and look at how much growth you've made. Look at where you're at. Be proud of it. Be proud of who you are.
And that's just not indirectly to me, you all, those of you in the comments, that's indirectly to you as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Crab, you figure a few months ago you were driving an Uber.
You know?
Look at how unhappy you were.
I was homeless.
Yeah.
Homeless, man.
That was just a few short months ago.
Look at how much you
Had a
look at
mental break.
Look at your struggles with trying to establish a relationship, a healthy relationship with anyone. Now look at it. Dude, this is the happiest I've seen you.
Mm-mm.
Dude, you legit prioritize your relationship over the time that we used to spend every single day talking back and forth with each other.
Yeah. Yep.
That's personal growth there. That is telling me that you would rather prioritize what makes you happy in your life. And I'm not saying that we don't make you happy, but again, you have someone that you care about and you love, and again, that should be your priority.
Yeah, you can try all you want, VSG bestie. It ain't gonna happen. Not tonight. No, you won't. Almost, but not tonight.
I tried, Shar. It won't break.
Almost.
It won't break.
Oh man, what a great conversation, man. 10 minutes to go. What you got, Biggie? Oh man.
I want to know what small steps you're about to take to reach a bigger goal for yourself.
Small steps? I don't know about small steps, man. There's no in between with me personally.
That's the thing.
It
You
can't
have to
be.
do.
I
Exactly.
can't. I can't find that in between. I just
It's
can't, and
not,
it
but it's
might
not
be.
in between. It's the
It's a
beginning.
small goal.
It's the
Yeah, but
beginning.
it's like in my
So
head. In my head, I got to get to the part in my head, in my thought process, that it can't happen now.
Make one
rap.
It
small
has.
change. Make one
Because
small
it's
change.
because we'll keep it simple, rap. You have the plank challenge you're doing, correct? Right? What's
Right.
your record right now?
I'm at 2:30 right now, but I promise you, I could do
No,
four
no, 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 no,
minutes
no,
right
no.
now.
Stop. When it comes to goal setting, there's layers to this things. There's short-term goals, medium-term goals, long-term goals. I already know your long-term goal is 4 minutes, but your short-term goals, you're at 2:30. I want you to do 2:35. Celebrate you hitting that 2:35 and work your way up. That's exactly what the doing small goals are. Is just you have an ultimate goal of 4 minutes, but you're gonna have to hit 2:30. You're gonna have to hit 2:40. You're gonna have to 3 minutes. Those are your small goals. You gotta have small goals, because what happens in your mindset is if you say I'm gonna hit 4 minutes and that 4 minutes takes you 6 months to hit, you're gonna get discouraged and you're not gonna want to do it no more. And that you're gonna be in the same place you are today.
You didn't go 325 to 201 overnight, brother.
Exactly.
Hmm. You're right about that.
You got the making small goals isn't discrediting your big goal. It's the ways to push you and encourage you to continue moving up to get to your ultimate big goal.
I just keep reading this Char's comments. Biggie's on fire tonight.
Hey, this is
He
like I
is.
said. This mental
This is
mindset
his go-to.
is my jam. I could talk about this
Hey,
all night.
hey, we could find a way to incorporate this every week for real.
You
I
can.
mean, seriously.
Honestly, I think it is part of our conversations every single week because it's a mental thing. We always talk about mental health.
Yeah. It's a shame the 3,000 followers that we have don't tune in, man. I mean, they don't know what they're missing. So with that
Exactly.
being said, y'all gotta share the love, man. Share the love to all the fellas out there. We're here. We have a space that we provide to put together for those men who really just don't want to talk about it, a place for them just to come and listen, man. Join the comments. Come hang out with us. Let's find out where you're at in your journey. Let's find out if you're reaching those goals. Let's discuss topics that can help you obtain those goals or put you in line with reaching what you want to reach and get out of this weight loss journey. And again, it's not just about surgery. It's about a weight loss journey. Where is your mind at? Where are your goals? How do you meet them? You don't have anyone to talk to. There's a bunch of women on this platform. We love them to death. Without them, we'd have nothing. But what about us, man? Reach out. I mean, there's a Facebook group with 8,000 men on it who are on a weight loss journey. Where are they at? Where are they? So if you guys, man, out there, if you're listening in the FYP, you women out there, if you know any men who want to join, us on every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, come hang out with the Barry Male Experience every Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday.
Hey, and if you got any questions or anything that you want to talk about outside of this, feel free to message any one of us. We're always available to talk to you guys to help get you right. That's what we're here for.
And you know what? I see what Road Dogg just said, and you know what? I get that. I do. I do. I do. And you know what? That's not what we want. Like we don't want to have 1,000 people in here, where we can't pay attention. We want to establish a community where we all are part of this journey where we're all seen and no one is getting missed, man. So what can we do as a unit, as men, as a, like I said, as a unit, to put together something where all of us can work together so all of us can be heard and all of us feel comfortable in this space on this weight loss journey.
We all came into this community for some reason, and a lot of the times it was to find people like-minded like us going through the same problems and the same struggles, And that's what we want. We want to be able to share those experiences with each and every single one of one of us, because each of us have a little bit of different journey, and each journey may help me, not 100%, but that little bit may be able to help me. Raps, a little bit may be able to help me. So that's the important thing: getting the message out to as many people as possible, so we can all help each other get to where we also want to be in life.
We come into this community, especially being men, because we're the minority in this community, and finding a space where we can be heard and be seen, and to have 1,000 people in the comments makes it very hard to be seen and heard.
Yeah, man.
We struggled enough, like just being a lot of the big content creators when they have those big lives. You know, again, it's like you have that question or you have something you want to say. And again, that's nothing against a big content creator, because again, it's really hard to follow, 100 people in your life.
I tell you what, you put 1,000 people in these comments, and we're talking, man. I will have time to reach out and talk to people because I'm quitting my day job.
I mean, again, and for me, I know a lot of people. They always talk about we want big things for B&E and stuff. But again, I never want to be too big for the community, and that is just my personal feeling.
Say it again.
It defeats the purpose of what we create, what you guys created this for. If we start ignoring the people, this was a whole idea of this was to help other people.
Yeah, it's to create that voice. It's to create that space where people can be seen, be heard, and to be able to share experiences. And from where we started, I'm very humble with where we're at, and I'm very happy with where we're at. And I mean, again, is it inevitable that we could continue to grow? Yes, I think if we continue to go down this trajectory, we're gonna grow. Again, I want to take everyone with us, because again, I don't want anyone to ever feel not seen and not heard.
This girl, man, I'm telling you, she's out of control. Somebody get her.
I don't have no choice but to follow along with her. So
but that is again. Comparing us to Shar, that is Shar's journey. This is our journey. I know that Shar is going to try to drag us along with her.
I'm going.
But again, it's
she has my other half. I have no choice.
What we provide in this community, Talk Bari to me, what they provide in this community, Bari Mill Experience, what they provide in this community, the waiting table, Bari Nation, Bariatric Society. Everyone in this community who is live every single day, who shares their journey, who goes into a live and people are talking and they create the conversations. People in the comments who show the support and are always cheering people on. Everyone contributes in this community in some way, shape, or form. So everyone in this community is valued and can be heard.
Yeah.
So find your space, find your people, find the people you resonate with. You'll always feel heard. You'll always be seen.
Continue to share your journey. Continue to post videos, because you never know who's actually watching you. There's people that may be watching us that you may be helping save in their life, and you'll never even know it because they're just there watching.
And again, if you don't want to post, just share your comments. Share your feelings with stuff. You can do faceless content. You can post a picture. Sometimes a picture speaks 1,000 words. There are different ways for you to share your journey. And if it's just, whether you're cheerleading people in the comments of a live or you're commenting on someone else's post, you can make a difference in that person's life. Mm-hmm. So don't ever feel like you don't have value in this community, because everyone does.
Yes.
That's right. Everything isn't for everybody. So, I mean, it's 8:58, but on that note, as you all know, I'm Rab, W.T. Bari.
I'm Big E.
And I'm Tony D. And this has been our Bari Mill Experience.
See y'all next Tuesday.
Good night, guys.